Let's talk about KEC then. It's all set to sell telecom assets in Chhattisgarh, Meghalaya and Mizoram to ATC Telecom Tower. Just pull up that stock for you to tell you how that's been panning out in trade today, holding on to gains of just over 3%. To discuss those plans, Vimal Kejriwal, Managing Director and CEO at KEC International, joining us. So appreciate you taking this quick call. Just give us some sense on this sale in terms of your telecom assets.
Yes, Sunanda, good morning. We actually have around 381 towers in these three states, spread over Chhattisgarh, Meghalaya and Mizoram, which we had built around 8-10 years back. And we found that, now it's become non-core to our business. So we decided to, sell it off to ATC.
When do you expect it will close out by?
I think it'll take around 6 to 8 weeks because we will need to get the various government approvals, including Competition Commission, etc. So I think 6 to 8 weeks is a fair estimate for, the closure of the deal.
Okay. Give us a sense of valuations. Are you in a position to give us a comment on that?
Yeah, we have signed the deal for around 81 crores.
Okay. And
this amount is obviously subject to some changes based on the number of tenants, etc. on the closing date and other conditions. So that's a broad amount.
Okay. Also, what are you going to then use these funds for once the asset sale has gone through?
See, we have some specific debts against these assets, which would probably be around 25 to 30 crores or so. So it would go for that, and the balance money would go into reduction of our working capital loans.
Okay. Also, what are your margins, sir, once this money does come in and you are able to, write off those debts like you're saying? What's the kind of margin position you're likely to be looking at?
I think we have been talking about margins going forward to 7.5 to 8%. And, since this was on the offering for some time, all this was factored into, in our margin calculations.
Okay, we did speak to you a while back to talk about what the year is looking like, but just very quickly in terms of any changes we're seeing in terms of sentiment on the ground, in terms of actual sales for the industry for yourself at the start of FY16?
I think what we are seeing is the government of India, especially the Ministry of Power, etc., talking very positively about the industry. Okay, we had a Grid Tech exhibition where they gave speeches, and then we had a large gathering of all the ministers of powers in Northeast, and they talked about setting up new grids, new connections. So clearly we are seeing a lot more, positive sentiment on the ground.
All right, Mr. Kejriwal, thanks for joining us to run us through the details of that telecom assets sale. KEC International up 4.15% after they've entered into an agreement with ATC Telecom to sell nearly 381 telecom towers, and that the management is saying likely to close out, at least they're hoping it will close out in the next 6 to 8 weeks. Take a break. On the other side, we'll tell you how all the action is panning out in Mint Street.